What's up, YouTube? Robbie Vapes back again. And yes, you read the title correctly. This is an actual audio clip of an actual doctor giving his actual unbiased opinion on vaping. So stay tuned. That's right, YouTube. You heard me correctly. We have an actual audio clip from a doctor that is completely unbiased and unedited to give you guys what an actual doctor's real thoughts are on vaping. Now, there's a few things I want to get to before we get to the actual clip, and I hope you guys stay tuned for this, but I will have a link to the clip directly in the description below, so if you want to fast forward to it, you can, but I do recommend you stay around because there's a few things I want to talk about and explain before I get to the clip. First of all, I am Canadian. Yes. What does that mean? It means that my doctors, unlike people in the States, are always on our side. By being in Canada and by having free healthcare, our doctors are not paid to prescribe drugs that just don't work because it earns a little extra money in their pockets. Which means, yes, this is a completely unbiased opinion where they're not being persuaded by the FDA or any other organizations that might be trying to get into the medical department's pockets just to make a quick buck on selling their pharmaceuticals to you through a doctor. That is important to know. So yes, there is none of that. The second thing I want to mention, at the time of the recording, the doctor, who I will not name in this video for obvious reasons, the doctor at the time of recording did not know they were being recorded. What does that mean? Well, it means they were not altered in any way or swayed any way to give a certain description of vaping because they were worried about what people would think about them or anything like that. And at the same time, that's the reason why I'm not going to name the doctor in question because, well, first of all, I don't think that's fair to the doctor to have them exposed for something that they did not know at the time of the recording that they were actually going to be, recorded and put out onto the internet kind of thing. All right. So that's important to know. The last thing I want to mention before we get to the actual audio clip is the fact that, yes, this is a real doctor. And to prove it, I mean, there's no real way to prove it, I guess, but what I'll do, because I recorded the entire checkup, I'm going to leave small sections in there of some of the questions they asked me, so try not to be too judgmental on this, but there will be some questions asked, just random questions that aren't too personal or anything like that, but we'll get into that as well in the clip so you guys can hear that this does actually represent a real doctor giving a real opinion on vaping and what their thoughts are. Let's just get to the clip, and maybe I'll put some pictures in there so you guys aren't looking at a black screen while it's playing, but hopefully you guys enjoy this.
But in this case, because I can see that you've been scratching it and you tell me that you're scratching it, it's there and it's bothering you, so it's causing you a symptom, and so I'm treating it. So it's covered by your healthcare.
Okay.
So just have a seat. It'll just be, you can just sit right here. That'll be easiest. So yeah, so what it does is it's going to turn red and then it should disappear over kind of 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes we leave you with a little bit of like a white spot there underneath. It's rare. I would say like 1 in 50 times that happens. Okay, otherwise it should be off just fine. Are you still smoking?
I am not actually.
When did you quit?
2 years ago.
May 2014?
No.
May 6th?
No, it was actually August 17th of 2014.
Of 2014.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I do actually have a question on that.
Yeah,
too.
of course. Go ahead.
So obviously there's a lot of talk about electronic cigarettes and vaping.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what you thought about it because
sure.
I did use those to quit.
Yeah.
And I'm curious what your thoughts are on it.
So at this point, it's just kind of a little bit of a medical unknown. Because it's so new, like it takes, I mean, when people started smoking, it was no problem until years later we kind of realized that it is a problem. So right now with the vaping, there's no known health issues, because it's just nicotine essentially. I mean, is it nicotine?
Yeah, it's low dose, so the nicotine gradually works way down.
So it's basically just nicotine that you're administering through vapor and into the body. So no, there's no all the bad stuff when it comes to smoking, like the carcinogenic chemicals. It's not so much nicotine; it's everything else. And same thing with the lung damage that smoking causes. So we don't know of any health risk with vaping. So that's where it stands.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't really see an issue with it.
That's fair. I mean, like I said, my biggest thing was like I tried everything else, tried the patch, tried the gum,
And then I picked up a little e-cigarette thing, and
Sure.
honestly, I hadn't had a smoke since, and it was great. Like, I picked it up, and that day I had my last cigarette, and that was August 17th.
Awesome.
And worked my way down, and it all worked out. So.
How many days a week do you drink alcohol?
Not days a week, probably more like once a month.
Okay, and how many drinks on those days usually?
Depends. Probably on average, range 7 to 10.
All right, guys, that was the clip. Few things I want to touch on. The last thing that was said in that clip, just how much do I drink? That is the truth. I don't drink on a regular basis, and I've actually cut down a lot since then. In fact, I've kind of stopped drinking quite a bit in the last couple months. So that's something that I'm working on myself. That has nothing to do with my doctor or anything like that, or my health. For the most part, I'm pretty healthy. Good news there. But outside of that, just wanted to mention that really quickly. Also, at the beginning of the clip, you may have heard him talk about the freezing. Some of you may notice I have like a little kind of thing on my ear. It's like a little scab almost, but it just never seems to go away. That's what he was referring to. I'll probably end up having to go back there again just to get it frozen again, just to kind of get it reduced down. I've had that for a while now on my ear, so hopefully I can get it gone. That's what he was talking about originally, so just so you guys are aware, to give you some context into that conversation. Further from that, the only other thing I want to add is, yes, that was a real doctor, as I mentioned several times. Yes, that was actually his opinion on vaping from an unbiased perspective. And I guess the last thing I want to mention just really quickly is, I don't know how long this video is going to be on YouTube for. I don't know what is going to happen to it. I assume it's perfectly okay. I'm not using names, I'm not doing anything like that, haven't done anything illegal. So I think we're okay. But it's going to be interesting to see if anything gets flagged, because I'm kind of exposing this from a medical perspective, which is something that really hasn't been done on YouTube yet, especially with this sort of concrete audio that's been playing. And I guess just to push it out there a little bit more, hopefully you guys will share this with people who are also involved in vaping to get them just a little bit more reassured after what you just heard. And just really try and help me out as well by sharing this video as much as possible before it may get removed. I will be saving backups of this video just in case. And worst case, if for whatever reason YouTube completely wipes it off the internet or off YouTube, then I will definitely put it somewhere else, maybe on my Facebook. And if it gets wiped out from there, I'll put it somewhere else. The point is, I'm going to have copies of this video so that no matter what happens, I will always have a backup in place that I can always share with you guys. So if it is an issue, you can always bring it to someone and just give them the information that I received. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It wasn't too long, I don't think. Usually my videos are like 20 minutes long. I think I managed to keep this one a little bit less than that. But again, thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support. Remember to like and share this video, please. It does mean a lot to me. And outside of that, I think that's pretty much it. So thanks again, and happy and safe vaping, everyone. I'll see you next time.